Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning before the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. It's Thursday, November the 1st. I've got 4 great press releases for you. They're all out of the TSX Venture Exchange. Couldn't find too much on the OTC today, but these 4 are pretty good, and we're going to start off first with Nora Resources, trades under the stock symbol NOT on the TSX Venture Exchange. Disclosure, they are a client of AGORACOM. However, today they announced more high-grade gold out of their Windfall Lake project, which is not to be confused with their Double Eagle projects in the McFalls area, which has been giving this company most of its attention as of late. This is their Windfall Lake project in Quebec. And what they announced, 4 drill holes completed, intersecting significant intervals of gold mineralization. Here are the numbers. Hole number 134, 3.65 meters with 6.19 grams per ton of gold. Hole number 143, 7 meters of 14.44 grams per ton of gold. Hole number 144, 3 meters of 6.57 grams per ton of gold. And finally, hole number 150, 2.16 meters, 21.17 grams of gold per ton. Unbelievable. What's really important about this is that they weren't just drilled in a vacuum. These holes are situated in the area within 100 meters of hole NOT 06100, which is a significant hole released in the past. They tested it to about 100 meters below surface with the objective of linking surface showings and existing shallow drill intersections. And what they discovered here is that hole intersections in holes 134, 143, and 144 lie generally on strike with NOT 06100. Hole 143 in particular underlines the potential dimensions of high-grade mineralization. They've got additional news, as always, with press releases like this with significant assay results. You've got to go take a look at all the information, but there's a pretty good highlights here. The company closed yesterday at $5.93. It had been halted, and we'll see where that opens up at today. Next up, Diamonds North trades on the TSX Venture under the stock symbol DDN. They're announcing a new Nunavut nickel discovery. Grab samples, they just released some grab samples that are showing high-grade nickel in outcrop on its 100% owned Amaruq property in Nunavut. Specifically, sample number 1 yielded 1.36% nickel, 0.21% copper, and 0.07% cobalt. They've got assays from 5 different samples that you should take a look at, but what we found significant was a quote from Bernard Callard, who's a director of Diamonds North, who said, "Having explored for nickel for more than 20 years, these results are significant and highly encouraging. If other nearby anomalies also return anomalous nickel values, we may well have discovered a new nickel district in Canada." Those are pretty big words coming out of Diamonds North, and you got to take those seriously because this is a very reputable company on the TSX Venture Exchange, and looks like some pretty good potential news. Take a closer look. They closed yesterday at 80 cents. Switching over to Rochester Resources, which trades on the TSX Venture on the stock symbol RCT. In the U.S. on the OTC under RCTFF, and for our viewers in Frankfurt under the stock symbol R51 or R5I. They announced profitability from operations in their first quarter of commercial production for the quarter ended August 31st. I like this, a TSX Venture Resources company that's actually producing and generating some revenue. What were the numbers? Total revenue, $1.76 million on 2,656 ounces of gold equivalent. It's gold equivalent because they're taking both gold and silver out of the ground, so they're summarizing all in gold equivalent. Operating profit, $213,000. That's after a non-cash operating charge in the region of $237,000. Now, bottom line net loss was $761,000. That's after taking about a $500,000 non-cash compensation charge. But what I like about this is you've got a company that's generating revenue, and that's definitely got to be helping out with the expenses related to the exploration. What I also like is this. Since August 31st, when this quarter was reported, we all know that there's been a significant increase in the spot price of gold, and Dr. Alfredo Parra, President CEO of the company, fully recognized that, and I like his quote where he says, We expect significant improvement in net revenues and profitability as we continue to reduce operating costs, improve recovery rates, and increase head grades over the coming months. And most importantly of all, Rochester is well positioned to take full advantage of the current bull market in gold and silver. So if they had 2,656 ounces of gold equivalent, let's assume no increase in production of any kind, you might want to go out and multiply that by about $750 or so, because it seems like it's been the average price over the last 3 months, and you're probably going to get, we didn't do the calculation, didn't have time, but you're probably going to get a significantly higher revenue number. The company closed yesterday at $2.51. Nice company there. Finally, switching away from resources, I like this piece of news. It comes out of Streetlight Intelligence, trades on the TSX Venture under the stock symbol SLQ. They announced their first Canadian product sale. What is it? They received a purchase order for 70 units of its Luminon IQ adaptive lighting system for the new Lake Okanagan Bridge being built in Kelowna, British Columbia, Ontario, Canada. Now, why is this significant? First of all, the size of the order is relatively small. It's only $10,000. No big deal. Typically not enough for us to really make note of it on AGORACOM TV. However, this new bridge is slated to be one of the most advanced sections of roadway in Canada. Listen to this. It's going to have automatic incident detection, closed circuit television, fiber optic cable, seismic and weather monitoring, and on top of that, Streetlight Intelligence Luminon lighting system. So obviously the government over in British Columbia recognizes the potential value of Streetlight to put in this kind of company. They're obviously doing very well, and what I like here is, what does Streetlight do? Their proprietary technology allows streetlights to be remotely programmed and turned on or off or dimmed at specific times, delivering significant energy savings. This programmable capability is combined with functionality that reduces maintenance costs. Result, you've got complete solution that allows power utilities, municipalities, and private streetlight operators to significantly reduce their energy and maintenance costs and achieve environmental benefits. We know how critical that is and how big of a topic that is right now in the markets throughout North America, if not the world. They've also received a couple of orders from Mexico. The company is trading at 86 cents right now. You might want to take a close look at this, because this could be an up-and-coming company that's off the radar right now, small revenues, but definitely looks like they have a solution that could become pretty important in our roadways of the future. That's it for the day. Hope you found some great news here. As always, come by our blog and post some market intelligence if you got some additional news on these companies. Don't forget to go by the AGORACOM Small Cap Marketplace. We've got 75 companies organized by industry and exchange, so you can find companies that are best suited for your portfolio. We'll be back tomorrow. As always, it's a Friday, and at the end of the week, we don't expect a lot of news flow. Nonetheless, quality over quantity, so even if we've got one or two great ones, we're going to deliver them to you. Until then, have a great day. Talk to you soon.